Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to Monday Night America here on the NDB Media Network. Of course, today is June 12th, 2023. What an exciting evening. It is, of course, Monday night. Yes. Look, you know who I am. I'm Roger. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we'll get to you in just a moment. If we could have a roll call in the chat room, let us know who you are and where you hail from, and if it's around the world, even give us the time that it is right there in your time zone. Don't forget to check out all the stuff we have going on at ndbmedia.net. Once again, it's me. I'll stop annoying everyone. I want to introduce our wonderful and brand new co-host. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. I'm Holly Bednar, and I am co-hosting tonight for the first time with Roger and Michael, and I'm from Southern Maryland, so that's where I'm calling in from.
See you, Michael.
Well, I was just reading this comment, and I'm going to post it. Sorry about that.
You're on, Michael.
I know. My name is Michael Day. I am from opposite side of Maryland that Holly's on. We've known each other for a few years. But I am very excited about having our guest tonight, Naledi Murray from Sweet Tooth. And I love Sweet Tooth, and I'm not going to get into that right now, but here's some of the comments. We have one of our first fans that came in, has been posted a while back, and here Roger's letting it go, and I'm enjoying that. Yeah, we are reading the YouTube comments.
Yes, we are. So I believe it's Ali. Thank you. You are in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
So, excellent. Thank you for joining us. But we'll get right to it, and it's all good. We'll worry about the guest and other stuff. I didn't mean that, not the guest. Oh, I meant other announcements. We'll get to those later. Guys, I'm sorry. It's obvious. We're a little nervous. We're so happy having her on with us right now, so we're going to get to it. Michael, go for it.
Yeah. Let's just start out. The process. Now, you were in a few other things before Sweet Tooth.
Wait a minute. Actually, we didn't give her the chance to answer, did we? Did we officially introduce her and welcome her on?
Oh, I thought I did. If I did, I've had a rough day too, Roger. So,
Naledi, thank you for joining us. Welcome. We're glad you're here with us. Glad to have you with us.
Hello. Happy to be here.
We're good.
Yeah, we're it's one of those days. But anyway, now you were in a few other things before you got the role on Sweet Tooth, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what made you want to get into acting, or did you start somewhere else and go from there?
Well, actually, my dad was already in the film industry, and because he's done a lot of stuff in the film industry. He's been like a stuntman, a little bit of acting, gripping, and all this stuff for like the crew. And like ever since I was like 5, I was like reading all the time, and then I would help my dad with some scripts. Then one day I saw like our neighbors, and they were younger than me, and they were going off, and they said, "Oh yeah, they're going to their job," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And yeah, so they were modeling, and it was like the first time, and I was like, "Wait a second, kids can do this too." And then from there, I just got like so excited, like I knew I wanted to be an actor. It kind of took a year of begging from my parents. And then at 6, we finally starting the whole process of getting an agent and like a manager. And then, yeah, from there, it's been a dream.
Wow.
You started off at 5 knowing what you wanted to do, huh?
Yes.
You're way ahead of the game then.
Little me was very persistent.
Yeah. That's great. It's paying off.
Did you have some other interests, or is acting all you want to do? Like, in other words, when you're not acting, such as now when you can't do much because of the writer's strike,
Yeah.
is there other things that you enjoy doing?
Yeah, I have like a lot of hobbies, and like my latest obsession, I've started crocheting, and
Ooh,
it's like so cute, like all the stuff you can make with it, like little animals and stuff. I've always been doing like martial arts with my dad again since I was 5, and it's been a big passion of mine, and dancing and all that stuff.
That's
well,
great.
let me go ahead and interrupt.
Multi-talented.
Oh, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and interrupt. Are you using for crocheting? For crocheting, not that I did this in the 4th grade, and but there are specific styles. Are you using traditional, or were you taught a specific style in crocheting?
Well, yeah, I kind of like just started a little bit, but
Okay.
I'm basically just doing like the classic like infinity loop, and then like the one like crochet and stuff.
Okay. No, that's
Pretty
cool.
traditional
That's
so far, and then we're gonna start branching off, little
of
branches there
course.
and stuff.
Is some of that work that you've done? I know you just started out, but is that work on your Instagram page? Are there some images that we could check out there?
No, actually, I didn't start doing that yet, but that's a really good idea.
Okay. Well, I would look forward. I would want to see that, and there's other stuff you have on your Instagram page, and we'll get to that in a little bit, of course. But that's cool. I did not know you were crocheting. Forgive me. This is from an old man, probably even sexist too. I'm surprised that someone as young as yourself is crocheting. That is so cool. I did several pieces. This is not about me, but I did a shawl for my grandmother,
Aw,
and
that's
I think I did a coat for my mother. And that might have been the end of it. If you give me the hook, I might be able to remember some of that stuff. But yeah, I've lived several lifetimes from there, but it's all good. Holly, did you want to get going with some questions right now? And then I'm ready to go with some of those lightning round questions whenever you guys are ready.
I wanted to ask Naledi about filming in New Zealand. So, how did you like going to New Zealand, and what was your favorite thing about it?
honestly New Zealand. It was like a dream filming there. Like it's so great. It was just the locations breathtaking, like all of them. There's so many like beaches, and it's funny because there's like a mix of like all like the forest and like the greenery. Because sometimes it'll look like the Caribbean, and then all these different spots and like sand dunes. It's like crazy. I love it so much there, and the culture. It's like very intertwined everywhere, and it's there's a very rich culture there, and I really loved it.
What's not to love in New Zealand?
Yeah.
Did you get to get out much? I mean, I know you were probably very busy on set like almost all the time, but was there a lot of traveling around and activities that you could do while you were there just to get to enjoy the country?
Oh yeah, yeah. We had like some off times, and we like made sure that we like explored any like time that we could get. It was so great everywhere. We took like so many beach trips, and guys, everyone needs to go there. Like it's so beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. My stepdaughter just went there not too long ago, and she said it was really wonderful. And she went to Hobbitville, so she got to see,
Oh,
that part. Yeah. So that was exciting. She took lots of pictures of that. It was fun for us to see. So the other thing I wanted to ask you, Naledi, was about working with an ensemble cast. It seems like that would be a lot of fun. Did you guys get to, just sort of hang out together and have fun together? I think I saw a little clip somewhere of hybrid arm wrestling. Does that ring a bell? Can you tell us about
oh
that?
yeah, no. Yeah. During breaks, like honestly, everyone went crazy. Like it's just a big group of kids. The whole set is like family, and you're just having a great time. Yeah, there's lots of like arm wrestling. There's actually in the studio outside. There was a lot of places to like explore because there was like high grass and all these like nature stuff out there. So we kind of would go there like at breaks and just basically be joking around, singing, anything you can imagine.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a lot of fun. Did the adult actors get into it too, or was it mostly you kids cutting up, or
Yeah.
did they join in the fun?
No, they're great, honestly. And yeah, no, all of them, they're just like little goof houses. Like they're, you bring a lot of like actors, and like they're branched out from theater, so they have like big personalities, and like you could like look up to them. They were great, honestly.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, I was going to want to bring in a question
Mhm.
from the groups here. Have you ever been into music like singing or any instruments? Ali asked that.
Well, actually, I was into guitar for a little bit because like my school, they had like a little program with Midori that's like not going on. But I kind of like stopped with it to focus more on piano because I've been doing piano for a long time now, and I love it so much. Yeah.
How long have you been playing the piano?
Well, yeah, from when I was like 7, that's when I started like taking really lessons. But like when I was a toddler, it's funny because recently I learned the actual piano piece for Alicia Keys' "Girl on Fire." But then there's a little funny clip from when I was like a toddler, and I was like just playing around on the piano and just like faking like the lyrics to "Girl on Fire." It was really cool.
You were born to play.
Yeah. So how many years have you been taking lessons then? 6?
So
5,
that's
6?
about, I think 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started piano at about the same age you did. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it takes a lot of time. And now you're acting. So and I know that takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
But I just remember all the way too much remembering from that. I'll just remind people that Roger posted for a second, but I think it went away. If you're in the chat room and you have a question, please post it in the chat room and we will bring it up. Right, there we go. And we have let's see. Okay.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, don't forget, let us know who you are, where you hail from, and if you have any questions, by all means. And also go ahead and follow Ms. Murray right there at Instagram. We had it up a moment ago. So, I don't know why it doesn't want to stay up right now. So there it is.
There it is.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Here you go. Is 13 too late to get into acting? If not, where do you recommend starting?
13.
That's a tough question.
You're still young. Come on. It's never too late to start acting. Well, and about like where you can start. You can start anywhere. You can start just like even on YouTube, just searching up anything, getting scripts online. It's good if like you can even like get into like maybe there's a theater like branch at like your school, or like a theater summer camp or stuff like that, because a lot of people start there.
Well, I want to go ahead. Forgive me, Michael and Holly.
Go ahead.
But we're going to start right now. Boringly enough, I have an iPhone. So that's my first question to you, Naledi. Do you have an iPhone or an Android?
iPhone.
Okay, iPhone.
Yeah.
So when you ask Siri or straight to music, if we have your phone, what is the first song that we hear on your phone?
It's probably gonna pop up anything by SZA. I'm a bit like SZA crazy.
Okay, that's cool. All right, we'll get back to the music. So, your favorite genre of music? I guess that one was easy, right? Yeah. Now, do you have a favorite genre in movies?
In movies,
like thriller, sci-fi, drama, romance. We never know.
Yeah, no, I like to like mix it up with movies, but I really love anything horror, anything thriller, or even like fantasy, like or a mixture of the two.
Ooh. Okay, I like it. That's cool. All right. So in your daily life, whether you're listening to music or whatever, and you see something, what stops you in your tracks? Whether it's a movie, a TV show, or music, that you'll stop what you're doing and give it your attention. Like, a favorite TV show, song? What is it? What will stop you in your tracks?
What will stop me in my tracks? If like something by Billie Eilish comes on, or like if like any song comes on, like I can't help but start dancing, like it's in my blood. I'll just like start singing to it. One of my favorite TV shows is actually Gilmore Girls, and it's kind of like a comfort show. So I'll just like, if I hear it, I'm kind of gonna be like, ooh.
That's cool. I like it. Checking out, I guess, seen on your Instagram page, you do have one item on there, but I don't know if that's it, but do you have a favorite book or magazine? And the book, I guess it could be a series, or is it one that you just read over and over? You're into fantasy, so I wonder if there's a series there that you may like.
Yeah, so like sometimes I don't have a favorite of anything. Like
Okay.
it depends, like it kind of like switches up depending on the year. But right now I'm really into this series. Yes, I love Billie Eilish. Anyway, sorry, I had to like stop.
Not at all. It's all good.
Okay. So I'm really into this book. Oh my god, how can I forget the title? I swear. I get like so into the books.
What's it about?
Yeah, it's because, we ambushed you with that question.
It's like these girls and the Gilded Ones. The Gilded Ones. That's
okay.
what it's called. So like I love a series of books. I also was really into Harry Potter at one point. Like super. I feel like everyone has a Harry Potter phase.
Okay, that's a gimme then. Which house
Which house?
are you a part of in Harry Potter?
I feel like I might be from the Slytherin house. Like I don't even know. I feel like Slytherin. I think I took a test once and it was like Ravenclaw and Slytherin, or like Gryffindor and Slytherin. I don't know. I don't really remember. It was a while back.
That's cool. I just have a few more real quick. Now, do you have a favorite animal or pet? So you may not have your favorite animal as a pet, so I'm just curious. Favorite animal?
Oh yeah. No. Oh my gosh. Imagine if I had my favorite animal as a pet.
What is that?
My favorite animal is actually an elephant.
Oh,
So imagine like this big thing tower.
Yeah.
you'd have to get a bigger house, probably.
But yeah, probably break through all the ceilings. But yeah, I actually have a little stuffed animal, and he's called Ellie. He's an elephant, and it's actually for my dad. Like my dad, like had it from when he was a kid, and then he passed it on to me. And yeah, he goes everywhere with me. He's traveled the world.
That
Does
is
he
so
go to
cool.
set? Does he go on the set?
Have you ever had a chance to see an elephant other than like in a zoo?
No, I actually don't really like zoos. Like once I
Yeah.
had to do like a research report, and we had to pick a side, like to go to zoos or to not go to zoos. And like ever since I've been researching about all of that and all the hardships they go through, especially elephants,
Yeah.
I don't really go to zoos anymore. It's just too much mistreatment. But like safaris or like preservations, when like they're there and it's like a safe space for them, then like I would be excited to see an elephant.
Yeah. That would be really cool.
That is good to know. You are wise beyond your years, young lady. That is really cool. That is good to know. Are you a gamer? Since you're working in Hollywood, you probably don't have a lot of time. There are some images where you're playing video games and stuff. But are you a gamer? And if you are, what's your system?
Well, I'm actually not a gamer. My dad's kind of like, "Ugh, I hate video games." I don't know. I do play them a lot with my cousins. It's really fun, but like I wouldn't say I'm like a full-time gamer person. But like a lot of people I know are really into video games, and like they have the whole like PC set, like they built it from scratch and stuff. But yeah.
Okay, so you do know a bit of a difference in that. My daughter, who is significantly older than you, but she's still here, which is a good thing. She's a gamer, but she's a PC gamer. She's given up on the Xbox and PlayStation, but she spends a lot of time on the PC, which is kind of cool. Who knows? Maybe she'll drop in and comment, because I know she's watching the program. My daughter, oh my goodness, she knows who we get to interview, and she never jumps in. It kills me. Hopefully she will on this one. It just annoys me in no end. But it's all good. Michael, You want to get some questions in the chat room?
Yeah. Well, let me do. I got one more. They're just making a comment. You
Oh
should
my God,
read
I'm
the
screenshotting
Goldfinch.
this. I love like book recommendations because I go through a lot of books, so I keep on like needing more books.
Yeah. Do you read very quickly?
Yes, extremely quickly.
Mhm.
Like my teachers for a while, like they're worried. They were like, "Are you picking up the information?" I'm just like, "Yes, I swear." It'll be like this thick, but I read it in a day. Like I love books. They have
Did
no
you
end.
say you a speed reader and you retain a good portion of it?
Oh yeah, I do. Like I
Yeah.
swear, people don't believe me sometimes, and I'm just like, I do. Like quiz me on it.
I believe you.
First word on page 27 is.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
okay, that's just mean.
I know, but that was a comedy routine I saw on a show, so I just wanted to point that out, so. But yeah, but no, I get. I mean, I worked with elementary school kids. I worked in the library for a long time, and
I love librarians.
the books that the kids would read and would come back and would be so excited about them was amazing to me. Like you said, they all went through a Harry Potter stage. And what got me is when a 5-year-old would bring up Harry Potter, that thick book, and they wanted to take it out. And I would go, can you read this? Well, why are you taking it? Because my mom and dad are reading it to me at bedtime and I love it. And I go, okay, that's great. And then 2 years later, they were checking them out again and reading them. So I get the reading, which is wonderful. And I wish more kids would get into reading. It seems like most of it's going on, like getting a book is just, I'm preaching. I'm sorry.
Not at all, Michael. And before we go to Holly for a bit of a follow-up, are you into reading the actual books themselves, or do you do a combination of like the e-reader, the Kindle, whatever? Or do you like picking up the book itself?
I feel like there's nothing that can replace a real book. I mean, I had like a Kindle for a while. I never used it. My parents got like this whole set for them, and like it just started collecting dust because there's just something like so great about having the pages and flipping them and the title. I like physical books.
How many books do you own? Sorry, Holly. How many books do you own?
Oh gosh, I've like had like a collection over the years. I think I've basically kept every single book that I've read. I have like multiples of like the same book. I have like a pretty big bookshelf, and my dad has one too. I think I got that thing from him. But yeah, I have over 1,000. Like I have books from when I was like a toddler. Like there are so many.
Okay, wow, 1,000 books. That is cool.
That
That seriously is. And you never leave a book lying on its side, right? You always have to have it standing up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right. Fair enough. All right. That's cool. Holly, I interrupted you so rudely. Is what I do.
Quite all right. That's quite all right. I just thought, since we were on the subject of books, so in your reading, have you come across a character that you really love and identify with and would like to play on screen someday if they made that book into a movie or a TV show?
Oh, that's an interesting question. That's a good one. I have to think. Because I'm just going through like all.
There's so many.
Yeah. There's so many. 1,000. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick one. I can't pick.
You want to think about it for a little bit?
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Not at all. It's a great question, though. That is.
It's a good question.
I
recently. Okay, I'm gonna pick one that I recently read.
Okay.
I recently read this. It was a book about Shuri, like from Black Panther, but it was like in book form, and that would be cool to play her. Because it's like a younger version.
Okay.
Yeah. And she just seemed fun.
Very good. That's awesome. I bet you actually come across those a lot. It's probably hard to think of them on the spot right now, but I bet that happens a lot when you're reading. You're probably like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I want
like
to
in a
play
couple
her.
hours, I'm going to be like, that's who I should have picked. But
Yeah.
Well, let me guess, since this is a book thing, Ali says, you inspire me so much. I'm so glad I have an opportunity to ask questions and communicate with you a little.
Oh, that's sweet. You asked really good questions, actually.
Yeah.
I do want to point out, we have quite a few people watching us in the chat room. Don't be shy. Please ask your questions. Ollie, thank you. It means a great deal to us. We do know, and we do apologize, that we normally start at 7. So a lot of our audience tends to roll in about that time. And we are thankful, but we have quite a few people watching us now. And folks, ask your questions, comment. However, please don't be shy. We will post your comment though.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. But please, hopefully my daughter's paying attention too, but we'll see. Holly, go for it.
So your character Wendy has been through so much across the 2 seasons they've done so far, and really grown in leaps and bounds. What do you feel from your heart that Wendy has really experienced in her whole emotional journey?
Yeah, she's really been through a lot. She was like growing up as a hybrid. She kind of doesn't have as many opportunities as we do now because everyone's out to kind of like off her and stuff, and she's kind of been like on the run, and like she's been separated from her mom, and there's like a lot of stuff, and I feel like she's really been able to grow from that. But I think the main thing would be Last Men. It's kind of been like, they're the problem. Like, I'm sorry. The whole time, she's really just had to overcome all these things thrown at her just because she's a hybrid.
Mm-hmm. She's an amazing leader, and the word that comes to mind is nurturing. I love to see just how much she stepped up to take care of her siblings. That was really, it was fun to watch that. You did a great job.
Thanks.
Yeah, they all looked up to you, and I mean, you could just tell it's like you were the leader. I mean, they looked at you and hung on every word you said. Yeah. And if you said something, it's like they thought about it and go, yeah, she's right, and they would just do it. But I mean, yeah, and Holly's right. I mean, she has grown, or your character has grown so much in these 2 years.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was hooked the first season, and I just went, I had no idea where this was going. Yeah. And then when they brought in season 2, and like you were a recurring character, if I remember correctly, in season 1. And then this is what I'm trying to maybe ask. Mm-hmm. How were you nervous, or were you ready to take on basically a leading role in this show at your young age?
As Wendy says, I was born ready. Like,
perfect.
Like I was just really excited, to be honest. When I first came onto this, I was just looking at the studio and everything, and everyone was just so welcoming, and it was a really great first experience in a bigger TV show.
Yeah. Did you know sign language before the need for it on the show?
Yeah, actually, I had already learned a little bit of ASL. I'd been taking a couple of courses. We mentioned it briefly on the Zoom call, and so when the showrunner Jim Mickle, when he mentioned that he was gonna have ASL as a way for everyone to communicate, I was so excited because I got to learn a little bit more from actual hard of hearing people, and because there was someone on set, and it was really great because I kind of got to learn a little bit of that language.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming that you've retained it. Do you try to use it just to keep it up?
Yeah, I do try to use it and keep it up.
Oh
And
wow.
my parents and I, like, they also are learning along with me, and it's just really fun. I love
That would
like
be
a little
fun.
secret language, you know?
Oh, especially in restaurants. Yes. Mhm.
I'll be like, ooh, food tastes bad. Like, and then like the waiter will come around and we'll just be like, oh, it's great. But then, you know, we could have a little communication. You gotta be careful though, because some people really
Some people understand it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Learning the language, did you now see how many people, and it's dumb, that speak that language or use that language? Did you now notice that?
Yeah, when I was like learning ASL and for the show, I'm just thinking about how it kind of opens up like the demographic for people that are hard of hearing that are actually like watching the show. Because, you know, subtitles, I mean, they're pretty good, but also to show us communicating with our hands and signing. And I think it was really great. And yeah, I did have some experiences with other people knowing the languages.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, no, that is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael, read
Yeah.
that one.
Ali asks, do you speak any other verbal languages?
Oh, so for a while when I was like a little younger, I took a little bit of French classes, but that didn't really hold up. But I'm learning Spanish, and I think I know it pretty well. Like, I understand everything, but the speech, it's a little bit like, but yeah. I'm really into like Spanish right now and Duolingo and classes and speaking, and then hopefully I get to travel to like some more Spanish speaking languages to get better, because I'm like half fluent, but I want to get like all the way, you know?
Oh yeah, and there's nothing like immersion to do that. You know,
Yeah.
you just get around a bunch of people and just speak nothing but that language. Yeah.
Yeah. One more. Ali says, I feel like you and the other actors are a really underrated cast. I hope you guys get a lot more attention in the future as the Sweet Tooth cast. I would totally agree with that. Very talented actors on that
Mhm.
show. And I mean, I'm looking forward to season 3. I'm just going to say it again. So
Do we have an announcement yet on season 3?
that it's been renewed.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay,
It's
but
renewed.
you mentioned
But
due to
with
the
writer's
strike, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I will go on because I've talked to other people that have how long were you in makeup?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Yeah. Oh, I heard that right there.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, with prosthetics, it's tricky. Like, I really, to be honest, I hated it. Like, after all, it's not really the best. Like, yeah, it's not on your nose all the time. It's like, ugh. That would be like the worst part, because the whole Sweet Tooth experience was really awesome. But you know, sometimes it's like a little drag. But my makeup artists were wonderful. They were wonderful. I always was saying to them, like, I love you guys, but the makeup, ugh, I hate it. But you know, it was worth it. It was worth it, I would say. And the hours, well, because you know, I'm a kid, so I kind of work like less hours, but it would be like, you know, full 12-hour days wearing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And how long did it take the makeup process?
Yeah,
To
both
get
on
it
and off.
on. Yeah. to get
Well,
it-
actually, at first, it was like a little bit over 3 hours. And then
Oh,
finally,
my
I know,
goodness.
it was like, oh, what is that so long?
Mm.
But then, finally, the makeup team, they figured out, and
Yeah.
they got it like
Shortened.
down, and they shortened it, and it was amazing. And we got it down to like an hour and a half.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's better, but
Way
oh,
better, way better.
Oh. Now
How
I'll
about-
ask this as a follow-up. How long to take it off?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Remove it.
How long did? Oh, it took like way less time. I don't know the exact time because the whole time I was just like happy because I
It's
used to
getting off.
process like they'll be working on the ears and I would just I was like I could not wait to get that off. I was like I can help you, and like I learned about like how to take it off and stuff.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm not sure the exact time. Maybe like because like we did like skincare and like taking everything off and taking the hair down. So probably about like half an hour by the time I step in and step out. So yeah, it's pretty quick.
Kind of following up on that as well on the makeup. Do you feel that it alters your performance? Does it give you like a plus, or do you have to work around it? And it's not a shot against the make. It's just how you interpret it.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it is a challenge, but I was like up for it. I was like, we're doing this. Let's go. So yeah, for a little bit, like they had to resculpt the whole thing because at first it was by, what was it? Before it was by like fractured, and it was like a lot of alterations when it came overseas, like New Zealand, and then the team that was based there, then they started doing it, and they resculpted it so it's a little bit better, and it was smaller, and it had like bigger air holes for me to breathe more easily.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't so far down on my lip because for like a little bit, it was kind of like, it was kind of like I was just talking with the bottom lip. They got it like tucked in more, and so it was more like my regular nose.
Yeah.
Wow, that is cool. So did I'm claustrophobic. Did you have that at first? Was it tough?
Yeah, I actually am claustrophobic.
Oh, okay. All right. So sadly we're in good company.
Yeah.
I guess that really was a difficult thing, huh? Wow.
Yeah, it was difficult, but you get used to it. In between I can't speak. But in between in between takes, I would just get like my little fan and would start pumping the air.
Yeah.
At the end, we actually had like a whole AC unit, and like because it was getting really hot because we were shooting in the summer in the end, so we were like,
yeah. Did you ever have moments where you maybe bumped into things where you didn't expect, or did you have it knocked off maybe because you didn't know it was there?
No, because it kind of just like melted into my actual nose because like the silicone formula, it didn't like stick out like that long, So it's kind of just like a couple inches more than my nose, so it kind of like ended where my lip is. So I wouldn't say it was. Yeah, I didn't do anything like that, but it was funny because a lot of the crew would come up and be like, "Can I touch your nose?" And like it kind of like it just felt like skin, so it's kind of creepy.
Wow.
I can't imagine wearing that makeup and having to work in it if you had a cold.
No, that happened because it was really like windy sometimes. It was dripping. It was. Let's not even talk about it. It was just like.
Yeah,
that was a good question, Holly, because I have a cold right now and I'm claustrophobic.
Yeah.
I would lose my mind. Young lady, good job, no matter what, that you were able to see that through. Jeez.
Yeah, thanks. My mom was always like, if that was me, you already know me. I would not last a day.
That brings up a question. Were your parents on set, and were they on set all the time?
Yeah, so
I'm sorry, Michael, what was that?
I said I'll do the comment later. So.
Oh, I apologize.
No, go ahead.
I probably stole that question from you anyway.
Well, probably you did, but that doesn't matter.
Were your parents on set?
Yeah, so my mom was the one that was with me mainly, and then my dad would sometimes visit. For some people, they like to have chaperones, but it's really nice having like your mom there, and she's really supportive.
On a follow-up, how long was filming for? Let's talk about season 2 because that's when you were in it mostly.
Yeah.
So how long was filming? How many months?
Yeah, it was 6 months. Yeah.
Ooh.
6 months to New Zealand, and filming. We had like a little break because it was like Christmas, and then we started back again.
Oh, that's right. Remember, it throws the North American audience off. She was filming during the summer,
Hot.
but down under, Christmas is during summer. Was that
Yeah.
straight? Okay. I'm assuming you're North American, right?
Yeah, no, I'm from
Okay.
New York. New York.
New York. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I had to make that clear. Okay, yes. Are you in New York right now?
Yes, I am.
Oh, it's very late. Okay, so we have to
Mhm.
watch the time here as well, no matter what. I do want to give a quick shout out to Mr. Leo, but going back to that, is that a surprise? Obviously, culturally, I'm sure it is. Being in the big city, New York, you do meet a lot of people, a lot of different cultures. But the
Yeah.
whole idea that Christmas is in summer, did that kind of mess with your psyche?
Yeah, well, I've been having like a lot of white Christmases, but my mom is from the Caribbean, and sometimes we'd go to the Caribbean for Christmas, little island vibe, and it would be in the summer. So I've experienced both. So it's not like too strange, but I do tend to like a white Christmas. There's just something about being all warm and snuggly. I love it. I love it. Christmas is my favorite time of year. Favorite.
Oh, that's good. I appreciate that. All right.
Yeah, let me go back to this question again, Ali.
Sorry.
I am so sad that season 3 will be the last season. They did say that season 3 was going to be the last season.
Yeah.
Do you and the other actors plan on doing anything else together? Just like videos, but I understand. Yeah.
Again. Yeah, we're not able to give out any details.
We can't talk about that. But I just wanted to post it, just saying, we can't really talk about season 3, but just of what they have announced.
But there may be other things that she could comment on. So we just want to remind everyone, can't talk about season 3.
Yeah, I can't really talk about season 3. But well, the whole cast were from like different parts of like the country. Christians in Canada. A lot of people are in Canada. Some people are based in New Zealand. All of the world, really. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends. Who knows? You all might get cast in some other production together, but you just never know.
Yeah,
And I mean, you just never know. Or you just might meet new people. So you just never know.
Isn't Stefania from New Zealand who played Bear? Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
So she was right at home the whole time.
Yeah.
Did you have okay, let's get when you were running around New Zealand and you had a day off, did you find some food kind of that was more local to New Zealand that you really liked, or a twist on something that we have in America that was a little different, but you go, ooh, this is pretty good?
Yeah, so in New Zealand, the Maori, they have this like traditionally like oven, like brick earth stove, and it's called hangi, and like they cook like this meat and like these ground provisions, like I wouldn't say like, I don't even know what it is. It's so good, guys. You just like, put a little seasoning on that with a little pork, and it's heaven. It's heaven. That's all I have to say. But there are some things though, like some things are different over there. The ketchup is different. It's a weird ketchup. I'm sorry to anyone who's from New Zealand watching. If you are, probably not, because I think it's a different time zone right now. But
yeah,
they might watch later though.
Yeah. It was weird. It was like sweet with little like spice or something. I don't know. I didn't like it. But the Sprite also tastes different. I was surprised at that. The Sprite tastes different. Like
sometimes they have a little different formula.
Yeah, they did. It was I was actually surprised by that. And then sometimes they consider lemonade, like instead of homemade lemonade, they sometimes it's like a little sparkling lemonade. It was kind of interesting. It was good. It was nice. Yeah.
What about snacks and candy and things like that? Do they have different candy and such?
Yeah, they did have some like specific candies. There's one like really fizzy, like a fizzy chocolate. It's like a chocolate, but it's like crackles, and like you can hear it like in your ears, and it's like crackling on your tongue and stuff. I think it was from Cadbury. Like there are some things like that in America, but it's like really popular over there. And I almost choked on it once. And then as I was swallowing it,
Oh no.
dizzy going down my throat. So
Well, in our generation, we had Pop Rocks. It wasn't
Oh, my
chocolate, but it
goodness,
did
yeah.
that whole like explosion in your mouth.
yeah, we, like collaborated with like a Pop Rocks kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, and there's like this ice cream. It's called like Hokey Pokey, and it's like these Manuka honey because it's like from New Zealand originally.
Yeah.
And it's like these little crystallized honeycombs, and they have it in their ice cream. It's kind of like a butterscotch ice cream.
That sounds good.
It was actually really good.
Cool.
Following up on that, did you, when you were in New Zealand, you said you were down there for several months.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to, was it in the North Island, the South Island, or both? I guess my question is, did you get a chance to really go out into like the other cities, the countryside? Because I wonder if you are a Tolkien fan. Did you get to go to the Lord of the Rings sites?
Yeah, everyone was like, you have to check out The Hobbit. Like,
yeah,
you have to. Like, it's gonna be great. We actually didn't get a chance to. We're not like a fan. I did watch it. It is a nice TV show, but yeah, we didn't visit there. It wasn't like our main bucket list because there were so many other things. Because we went to the countryside in Rotorua and like Manupara and like all that stuff, and we got to like go on forest hikes, and we spent some time with like the Maori there, and it was really great. Yeah, we also have like shots in the South Island for kind of like the more picturesque stuff.
yes.
Yeah, and yeah, there's gonna be a lot of South Island in season 3, so.
Oh, so
Oh, don't get in trouble.
no,
No.
that's cool. That's a tiny fair tease. That's all. It's just South Island is in the 3rd season. That's
Yeah,
it.
because
That's
it's
all.
like the locations and a little bit of the hiking. It's great.
Yeah, come on, Michael. That's kind of like saying, yeah, there is going to be the 3rd season.
Well,
so that's good.
yeah, and honestly,
yeah,
that makes sense from
It's a good mix.
how season 2 ended. So that makes total sense. So
That is cool.
yeah.
All right, fair enough. Along that, when you were down there, were there any other productions that you were familiar with, or did you actually? Let me back up a little bit. Have you been recognized for your role yet?
No, actually, and it's kind of great. Like my dad was like, kind of like a superpower that knows. Like as much as like you hated it and stuff, it was kind of good because like basically like this much of my face is like covered. So
Okay.
yeah, and my hair, and I'm always like not dressed in like Wendy's clothes. Like her outfits are very different.
Hair is a little different too. So
Yeah, my hair is usually down, and it was kind of like styled differently for the show. So yeah, didn't really get recognized or anything.
Well, that will be changing. There's no doubt about that. But
But yeah, sometimes
yes.
you did see like crew outside of the show of like where we were filming, and that was nice.
Oh, okay. Well, I did have a question on that. There's Ollie asked the question earlier where we kind of said we can't say anything about 3rd season, and yet we did. But Ollie says, I didn't really mean another show together, but more just like a meetup, greet, or maybe like a film convention, something like that. That's what their question was.
I don't know. It's all up to like Sweet Tooth. Maybe one day like we'd like see each other if we were all around in the same area. Again, like who knows?
Okay. No,
would you
that's
want
cool.
to do a fan convention?
Yeah, I feel like that would be cool. It'll be a fun experience. Yeah. Oh yeah, and one of like my co-stars, they're actually in New Jersey, and we kind of like drove to meet them once. But yeah, it's not like we would do like video. I don't know.
That's cool. That's good to know. Ollie, hopefully we explained that. Have you ever been to Thailand or ever considered going there? That's my home country, so I'm always interested about actors that I would actually know going there since we don't get much attention.
Yeah, I really want to travel. and it will be great. It will be a great experience to go to Thailand and experience all the things there. It's really great. And I am a fan of like all martial arts. And we know people over there that have like a big like training ground, and my dad would want to go there to like go like a training like boot camp and yeah, learn a little bit of Muay Thai even more.
Oh,
That would be
okay.
great. Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
Well, who knows?
So have you taken any martial arts training, back home?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you have? Do you have a black belt in karate?
No,
Or no?
I have a purple belt though. And yeah.
That's impressive.
Mhm.
Yeah. But like since COVID, it's kind of just been like me and my dad, but I also was going to this martial arts spot in Brooklyn, and that was great.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that. You have a style. It's
Mhm.
really cool. It's really unique. Does your mom or your dad help you with style, or is it just you when it comes to your dress?
The way that I just, yeah, for a while, like I'd been curating how like my style, how I wanted it to be, because like when I was younger, my parents would help me like, go shopping, like when you like this, like that. But even from a toddler, I would always like to pick out my outfits. I was like, I want to pick it, I want to pick it. I don't even know. I was pretty stubborn. But yeah, I have specific things that I like.
Cool. Appreciate that. Holly, did you have any other follow-ups?
Let's see.
If
I guess just projecting, since we know that season 3 is going to be the last one, anything on the further horizon, future horizon for you that you'd be interested in doing, or has anybody talked to you about, doing something else?
Well, yeah. I've been auditioning for some things, and it would be cool if I got to do like something with horror. I feel like, or like, like possessed or something. Like, I don't know. Something like that. Anything where I don't have to be like wearing prosthetics on my face or something. Like, a little fake blood, like that's nothing. Like, or like, I don't know. But like, just not prosthetics every single day.
But what happens if the
Kills
perfect
me.
role came horror, thriller, possessed, but you had to wear prosthetics?
Turn down.
Oh,
down.
wow.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm so over it, honestly. Maybe come back in a couple of months. The answer's still gonna be the same, I think.
Wow.
How about on stage?
Future me, but like, I think I'm truly done. It's too much.
Well, you're in New York, so how about on stage? Have you thought about doing, Broadway or anything?
Stage, it hasn't really been on my front mind. I mean, there have been some opportunities, but I've kind of just been like, I don't know if that's the path for now.
Mhm.
Maybe that'll change. But yeah, not really
Mhm.
into theater too much. I know a lot of people start there from theater and it helps them with like the film industry, but I'm mainly really into like TV and movies. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I like that. I appreciate that. And I think this is where I'm going to go next with maybe just a few more questions. What was your first experience with acting? Like the first film or show you've done?
Well, actually, it was funny because it was with 7 Seconds. I wouldn't really recommend you to watch if like you're like a little bit younger, but it was like this whole like murder mystery and stuff. At first I was gonna have another role, but like things kind of didn't work out. And I was basically this little niece like sweeping like snow and stuff. And like my line was like, Auntie, a creepy lady is here. It was funny. Yeah.
Well, look, you're always going to remember that. And now everyone's going to be looking out for it. So who knows? And then maybe they'll contribute to your IMDb profile there, because it's not on there, is it?
Yeah.
It's just Sweet Tooth, right?
No,
oh,
it is.
It's
like sweeping girl. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
But no,
Very good.
it does say, yeah.
I'm sure
it's on there.
I'm sure
I
they're going to
found
be
a
on the
couple
lookout.
things on your IMDb. You had Luna in Tommy on CBS, Edie Falco's granddaughter, is that right?
Yeah, that
And
was
then Shelby in The Undoing on HBO. And I think you were with that was Hugh Grant, wasn't it?
I had a little guest star appearance on that show, and it was with Hugh Grant and then Nicole Kidman, but like she was like out the window looking through. It was kind of funny. But yeah, working with Hugh Grant, it was really cool. And I was like as a cancer patient, and so yeah, it was kind of like I had to like get deep into the zone and stuff. But it was cool. We had to get like a lot of makeup done. Again, prosthetics. Like, what's with me and prosthetics? I had a ball cap on. They had to get this whole curly hair slicked down
Under one of those caps.
under one
Wow.
of those hats. Thank God that was like resting on a pillow and kind of weak because like they were kind of hiding. You know, like,
Yeah.
but yeah, they did a really good job. Like the makeup I saw, and I was like, ugh.
Mhm.
But I mean, I'm convinced that like I would look good if I was shaved. Like if I, yeah. Sometimes I kind of just want to go like, ugh, you know.
Wow. That would be brave.
But yeah, it was great. There's a lot of like improvisation and stuff.
Yeah.
Going back to the program that you're on, do they have different, only because I wasn't paying attention and I should have, were there different directors for the different episodes?
So yeah, there were actually. So there was Toa Fraser, there was Robin Grace, it's different depending on the seasons, but Jim
Yes.
Mickel, the showrunner, he's been like one that's been there throughout the whole thing, and Toa. And then there are a lot actually, because there are some people that came here, like their main genre is horror.
Yeah.
Kieran, and then there are like some people that came in sometimes. So yeah, we kind of switched. Like Carol, she was one of them. So yeah, it was a couple of directors, and like they kind of had like little blocks, and that was cool because they each had like little different filming style and stuff. Yeah, it was fun.
That is cool when you learn some different styles. Now, when you were doing the production, you have your lines. How did it go? Did they allow you to maybe change it up a little bit? Or because of the story and the way it's serialized, did you have to stick to it word for word? Or did they allow some play if you came up with some ideas?
Yeah, no. The great thing about the different directors is some of them are like stick to the lines, but then most of them we kind of got to have like some discussions and like collaborate on like some like the words, or sometimes like we'd be doing the rehearsal and they'd be like, I think we should change that, and then we just run with it, or we'd try out different versions because you know there are multiple takes that you do, and we try like different versions with like all the different angles and stuff, and then find out like which one is really the best one. But yeah, that's kind of the beauty of like film and TV. You can like clip it, so they could use like a clip of me saying it one way, or they could choose a different one. And yeah, it was nice. We kind of had a little bit of freedom with that.
Stepping back for a moment and looking at it the way we do, because you, for all intents and purposes, are the creator, you're the performer, you're on the program. But stepping back, you know what's happened in the first two seasons. As you read each script, what maybe surprised you the most? And were you playing along wondering where it was going to go that maybe surprised you the most in the two seasons?
Well, like everyone on set, like we would run as soon as like they sent everyone the scripts. Like we would run, like
Yeah.
I swear. And we had like a lot of predictions going on, and of course they had like a lot of like editing. Like sometimes they would change certain things, you know, that's how it goes. But like a lot of us had some really good predictions of what happened, and sometimes other actors would be like filled in, and like as kids would kind of like try to get it out of them, like what happens, like please tell me. Like they would know some things about their characters, we would know some things about ours, and like yeah, the whole time it was just like a guessing game. I was on the edge of my seat every single time like I read a script, like before I like go into like deep character analysis and all that stuff, I would like read it, and it was like reading a book, except it's like different scripts, and it was cool. And I think, oh, it's hard. Like every point, it's like a twist and turn. Like I'm really just there in the moment.
Did anything really surprise you? What your predictions, and you were so wrong.
Honestly,
you were so wrong.
Oh yeah, well, we were so off. Like we thought we were all gonna like be dead or something, and then we weren't. We were way wrong. I don't know why we thought that. We're like, damn, we're gonna die, aren't we? And then we did not. So when I heard that like we survived and stuff, I was like, woo!
That's funny because there have been some programs in the last few years that they eliminate major characters on a regular basis.
Yeah.
That's I can imagine how performers would be worried about that. That's crazy. Yes. So be nosy. I know we're interrupting you. What are you drinking? I'm betting it's either lemonade or water.
Wait, I actually have my little sweet tooth.
Oh,
that is awesome.
That's great.
Yes, we're able to see that.
One.
So are you having water?
It's a wrap gift. Yeah, it was just water. But
okay, of course, because your parents might be watching, and
Yeah.
and then it would be very bad for us to, be dumb and ask the question I just asked. That is cool. So I guess one of my last technical questions would be, being a performer, what is the thing that surprised you the most? Now being able to see all of it, like from directing to producing to the ADs to the gaffers, all that stuff. What is like, wow, I didn't know that stuff was always going on in the background. What is it that you probably wouldn't want to do on set?
Well, what you wouldn't want to do on set sometimes like everyone on set, like they have like radios and stuff, and they always have it in their ear kind of, and sometimes there have been funny encounters when people forget that they still have themselves on like the main radio. Like the middle of the take, like they'll have like the radio because they're trying to like communicate me on like the cues and stuff, and like they'll think that they're by themselves and they'll like start like singing and stuff. Once, like one of the crew, like they saw like one of their friends on set and they were like, like like screaming like in joy. Everyone heard it. Everyone. It was like kind of like broadcasted because they were trying to. It was funny. It was funny.
Wow.
So yeah, everyone hears everything.
I bet. Yeah, not unlike school, right? Or even work. Everyone hears everything and everyone knows everything. Allie asks, what's making you less interested in acting? And I think we've gotten some answers already. Number one, the prosthetics. But is it just overwhelming with school and life, or did you have a bad experience or anything? I think that's just general, that question.
Yeah, like, no, to be honest, I haven't really had bad experiences. Like, sure, you could have like a couple people that like set you off the wrong way. I mean, you don't have to get along with everyone, but to be honest, I don't let anything keep me from my passion, and I'm surely not going to start now.
Mm-hmm. Just the writer's strike is kind of delaying it a little bit. So
yeah.
Oh, so I guess that would be one of the more obvious questions then. Since they're on a strike and you're waiting to get back, what fills your day right now?
It's honestly just been like, it's a lot of school, a lot of chilling. Summer's almost here. Really excited about that.
Crocheting.
Yeah, crocheting.
Very good, yes.
Piano playing, Spanish lessons.
Schools, yeah, swimming, like
learning more ASL,
yeah.
I can't imagine,
All right, fair enough. That was a lame question. I'm sorry.
Lame. Roller skating.
Yes.
I love roller skating. Like I started in New Zealand. I got it as like a little birthday gift, and it's been great. I love it, especially because it's kind of like a social thing too. Because you can go to like roller skating little events. It was cool. I'm
going to put you on the spot right here, right now. Where was that and where?
Okay, so where was here? this was in a park in New Zealand, and it was really cool because it was flat, and then there was little like hill you can go up and then down.
So was it a skating park, or it was just the terrain was like?
No, it was just a park, and it was flat. We had our skates in the trunk, so my dad and I were like, "Come on, like let's roller skate. It's perfect. It's perfect."
So your dad goes with you?
Yes, because he rollerblades, and he also sometimes brings a skateboard. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So who's faster? Who's faster? Okay.
He's like, because he had like a little bit of experience, but he has some funny stories too. Because once he like smashed into, like, he thought he was so cool. Like when he was younger, he like went a little bit too fast. He kind of forgot how to brake, and he like smacked right into the little glass panel, and he went over the roller skating rink.
Oh, it's harder to brake with the rollerblades than I think anyway, than the roller skates, because you put your toe down with the roller skates, right?
Well, some roller skates actually don't have that, but honestly, you just have to learn it, and then it's pretty easy. Because most of the time, I don't really use my like little brake. You don't really need it, to be honest.
You sort of just turn around, like
you just kind of like to a little stop. There are a lot of like techniques and stuff.
Yeah.
Using like little roll thing, little spin.
Yeah, you're right. That is really cool stuff. And folks, you have to check out her Instagram. There's a lot of stuff on there. I know we could ask you many more questions and really, really get into some of the details, but it's some exciting stuff. You have some wonderful imagery there, and you're on this absolutely awesome program, which is really cool, and I can't wait to see when it returns on Netflix. Hopefully, as soon as we have some details, or maybe even right after the series, because it drops all in one day. Maybe we can speak to you after that when it debuts. It's probably going to be a year away, right? Because maybe because
the last one. It's actually probably going to be. I'm not really sure. The date isn't out yet. I don't even know. But it's gonna come out like sooner than the second season. Like, don't worry.
Well, they had
kind of a long
wait.
Yeah, that was a big break.
We would love to have you back again. That's
basically
what Roger was saying. We'd love to have you back again when season 3 drops. So.
And then we'll really, really be rough on the program questions and the storylines and stuff, because we don't want to we don't want to give out a lot of stuff to the audience, because I know they're going to be watching as well, and to do the spoiler stuff, it's probably not fair. Paying attention, young lady, and I am sorry. Your parents have been incredibly gracious. You're still going to school. It is late on the East Coast, and I am so sorry. You're so kind. You should have dropped us a message saying, "I'm done, guys." But you kept our dignity. So, Michael, thank you for the reminder. Is there anything else, Holly, Michael? Any other last questions before we go?
I don't have any questions, but I just want to say thank you. It's really a pleasure to meet you. You're just a lovely young lady, just like I thought you would be from watching the show. It just comes out. So thank you for joining us tonight. It was a pleasure.
I just like to echo what Holly said. I mean, it's been wonderful having you on the show. So please do come back.
Yes, I would hope to come back. It was very nice here.
I thank you for that. It means a great deal to us, because we're fans as well, and being able to chat for a while about the procedure and what's going on is really cool. Everyone in the audience that's watching, I know they appreciate it, because they get a chance to learn a little bit more from you, even though they're probably all following your Instagram page. But it is there. They need to do so. Let them know you saw the program. Let her know that you saw the program. And it's all good. We look forward to seeing your future work and jobs. If you want to talk about any other projects in the future, let us know. Seriously, we'd like to give your mom and dad a shout out right now, because I'm sure they kind of had a little bit of say in having you on with us today. So we do want to thank them. And they're being very gracious, because they haven't sent us any signals by saying, Yeah, that's
Mhm.
Spanish for yeah. That's Spanish for now.
Get out.
Right. So it's all good. All right. Any message that you have for your fandom right now?
Honestly, just I'm so thankful for everyone. You know, it's something like it's if there were no viewers for Sweet Tooth, like we wouldn't really be here, and it's really great. Like they're the ones that make it happen, you know, and all the crew and stuff. And I'm just really happy that everyone has got a chance to see different things on Netflix, and hopefully you'll check out season 3 of Sweet Tooth.
I'm sure we will.
Definitely.
Excellent. Thank you. And I believe that will be it. Yes. All right, folks, we're good. We're done.
Good night.
I think we may have a few other announcements. So if you would like to drop off right now, or if you want to stay on with us while we finish up, it's your call. But yeah, it's. I know that we're going to announce just a few things. So maybe I'll just go through them real quick and then we'll end. All right, folks, ndbmedia.net. You should know better. Check it out right there. There's a lot of stuff going on. And we do appreciate you stopping in with us. And if you have any other questions, check out the programming. It's all there. For everyone else, that's Michael. That's Holly. I'm Roger. And our special, beautiful guest was on with us today. So we are out of here, folks. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Yes.
Peace.
Bye. Thank you.